truly believe everybody should reach financial freedom in their life, not so much for the income, not so much for the freedom that you have, not even so much for the impact that you get to have on other people, but for the person that you become on the journey. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another mini episode. And in this episode, I'm going to be teaching you how you can create financial freedom. Now, before we do dive into this, before you do actually start to unpack this and figure out how do I create financial freedom, you must know what financial freedom actually means. This is something I've wanted to talk about for so long because I've run events all around the world, actually. And I've spoken in 5 different countries. I have an international business in 19 countries. In my audience, this podcast show is actually over 70 countries around the world. So I talk to people in all over the world. I've talked to people at events, through DMs, and you name it. And the one thing that comes up so often, I say to people, I say, what do you really want? They say, I want financial freedom. I say, that's fantastic. And then when we start talking into like goals and stuff, they're like, yeah, I want 10 grand a month and whatever, right? What I've actually started to notice is a lot of people don't actually know what financial freedom means, and they're getting it confused with financial success. So let me break down the two first. So what financial success is classified is if you are earning a 6-figure income and above, you're classified as quite financially successful on black and white. There it is. If you're earning a 6-figure income, you're in the higher percentage, usually probably top 5% of the world income, where 95% of people are earning below $100,000 a year. Now, if you are doing that job or income or whatever, and you're loving your job and you love to do it, you love the way you make money, then you're still financially successful. In fact, you're just happily financially successful. And that's fantastic. And what happens is people grow up, they go to school, and they're like, well, when I grow up, I want to go to university. Why? To get a good job, so they can make a good income, so they can be financially successful. So when we're doing goal setting and we're at events and all this kind of stuff, and I say, what do you really want? People say, I want financial freedom. I'm like, well, what does that mean to you? Oh, I don't know, 100 grand a year. No, what that actually is you just want to become financially successful. So what it means is that if you're making over a 6-figure income, any sort of way, you're classified as financially successful. Okay. Now, anything over that is like really freaking epic. Now, what I want to talk about is what financial freedom is. It's as simple as this. When you have more money coming in every week or month, residually or passively, than you need to live on, you are financially free. Now, some of you might be like, oh, that sucks. Then some of you, if you listen carefully, you might be like, that's epic. Because listen to this. When I become financially free at 23, I make a lot more money now than what I did when I was 23 years old. Okay? Because here's the thing. So I'm a lot more financially successful now. But when I was 23, I looked at this. I was making over $2,000 a week as a qualified carpenter. I was working big hours, 60 hours a week. Spent 4 years doing a trade, yada, yada, yada. Okay? I did this, but in my side hustle business, I was making about $700 to $900 per week in residual income. What this means is an income that comes in over and over and over, even if I'm working or not. Because I built my side hustle business, my network marketing business, where it's internationally around the world, where I've got a customer base of thousands of people ordering products. So it doesn't matter if I'm working it or not. I get paid that every single week. So when I was 23 and I made the decision to move to Mexico, I made a decision of that. I was like, I'm going to quit my job, because I looked at it and I said, hang on a second. I was under the impression that I actually have to make $2,000 a week before I can quit. But what do I actually need to be financially free? So I did some maths. I said, well, I want to live in Mexico. That's really what I want. I worked out how much rent would cost, how much it's going to cost to live there per week when eating, doing the fun things. And I put in a bit of my lifestyle. I want to save this much. I want to do this. I worked it out, and I actually only needed about $600 a week. So now I looked at how much I was earning and I was like, oh my God, I'm financially free now at 23 years old. Where if you look at other ways, and we'll get into this in a moment, but if you look at other ways and how to create financial freedom, the first thing, especially here in Australia, most people think property. You know, the sort of the dream is, you get 10 properties in 10 years. If you can do 10 properties in 10 years and get $100 off each property positively geared, which is a passive income, you're making $1,000 a week. The average person should be able to become financially free on $1,000 a week, $52,000 per year. Should be able to become financially free on that. And if you cannot, lower your living expenses. That's what you need to do. If you need more than $1,000 a week to live, lower your living expenses. Live a little bit cheap. Live a little bit cheaper, right? And I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying you can. If your true goal is actually just financial freedom, figure out how much money you need per week to live your lifestyle you currently have right now, and then find a way to create that income in a residual or passive way. Okay? Is this making sense? So when you say you want financial freedom, you don't actually want 100 grand a year. You don't actually want that. You might, but you want to have it in residual or a passive income. You don't just want it in active income, right? So there's 4 different types of income. We have number 1, active income. One, active income is when you get trading time for money. You go to a job, you check in, you check out, they pay you. If you don't check in, you don't get paid. That's what it is. You sell a product, you get paid. Don't sell a product, you don't get paid. That's active income. Residual income, you do the work one time, you get paid again and again and again and again and again, forever. Book royalties, songs, artists, movie, network marketing, affiliate marketing, things like this, right? Ecom, kinda, if it's fully staffed and fully automated, but what I've seen is ecom doesn't last forever as a residual income, because usually the product will get dried out eventually. You're gonna find another one, but you've kind of got it and it will last for a while. And you got passive income. Passive income comes from when your money is making money. So think of dividends you get paid from stocks. Think of property. Think of things like this. I know DeFi, crypto, and things like this. This is passive income. The last one is what's called windfall income. Think of capital gains. So if you go and buy a property for $150,000, you put 50 grand into it, you do it all up, and you flip it and you sell it for 300 grand, you just made $100,000 in windfall income. Okay, so it's not active, it's not passive, it's none of that. It's just like a nice big chunk. You got paid for the project. Okay, so it's kind of like capital gains. So if you buy a whole bunch of crypto in 2017, made $5 million and you sell it all, that's also windfall income. Okay, so, but if you sell, if you got $5 million in the bank, that doesn't mean you're actually financially free as well, by the way. What it means is, like I've said before, you need to make that money go to work for you and come in every single week or month in a residual or passive or reoccurring way. That's how you build financial freedom. Okay. So the first thing of creating financial freedom is actually getting clear on what the fuck it actually is. Financial freedom is not financial success. Financial freedom is only that. You have more money coming in every single week or month than what you actually need to live on. Some of you are a lot closer to financial freedom than what you actually think. Now you just need to find your vehicle to achieve that. Now, there's so many types of vehicles out there. You can do ecom. You can have coaching programs, evergreen programs, network marketing, DeFi space, stock trading, investments, dividends, your property. There's so many different ways. The thing is, you need to find your vehicle. So what I teach at the Dream Out Loud method is 4 pillars of creating your dream life, which is financial freedom. I truly believe everybody should reach financial freedom in their life. Not so much for the income, not so much for the freedom that you have, not even so much for the impact that you get to have on other people, but for the person that you become on the journey. So at the Dream Out Loud method, we go into find the right vehicle, the right environment. You need the right vehicle, the right timing, and then you need to become the right you. They're the 4 pillars you need to create your dream life. So right now we're talking about the second one, which is the right vehicle. So that's for you to start to figure out. What vehicle is going to be right for you? That's going to be able to that's going to bring in a residual or passive income for you more than what you need each week to actually just live. That is financial freedom. Okay. So if you got value from this, guys, go ahead and share this with everybody. This needs to get around because there's so much misinformation going on around there and people saying they want financial freedom when they don't know what the fuck they actually want. So let's get educated, get really clear on it, because that's how you're really going to move towards what you want. Okay. So if you're wanting to attend the Dream Out Loud Method that's coming up in March 18, 19, 20, hit the link in the description of this episode. It's in Australia. Okay. It's in Australia, 18, 19, 20 of March. It's going to be a life-changing event for you and your friends, and your family, your partner. Come along to that if you want to do a much deeper dive into those 4 pillars of creating your dream life and really discover what is your true vehicle to your highest value. Okay. It's really, really cool. But if that's for you, great. If it's not, totally cool. Keep listening to this, get some value. If you got value, subscribe, leave a 5-star review, hit like, share this with a friend, and don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Morgan T. Nelson so I can reshare this. And I want to hear what you need per week. Okay, send me a DM on Instagram. Let me know how much money you actually need per week to become financially free, because that's the first step, getting clarity. How much do you need to make? Now let's get to work on figuring out how you can get that. Okay. So I look forward to seeing you either at my event or chatting on Instagram, guys. Go out and have a freaking fantastic day. Have a fantastic year. I love yous. I'll see you on the next episode.